Howdy folks, Bairdos here. Hannon is joining me and we are going to start what is going to be a regular monthly thing. Well, because the WWE is not quite a monthly thing, but yeah, we're going to do predictions for each and every WWE pay-per-view. Starting with one of the best ones, the Royal Rumble. What we're going to do is we're going to break down each match, give our opinions. Not going to be really deep opinions on how we think the match is going to go, but ultimately we are going to decide who we think is going to win and whether it's going to be a pinfall, submission, DQ, that sort of jazz. Nothing more elaborate than that, at least not to start with. And I'm going to start with the first one, give you my thoughts, Hannon will give you his, and then the second match Hannon will go first, and then I'll go second, and so on and so forth. The Royal Rumbles are obviously going to be a little bit different with the predictions, but I'll explain them when we get to them. So first off, we have, going by the order on WWE.com, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, which is the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I'll be honest, I don't really have much interest in this. I just, for all that I enjoyed Shelton Benjamin when he had his first run in the company, I'm just not feeling him and Gable together. I don't know whether they're supposed to be faces or heels. Yeah, I just can't get behind it. I'm actually preferring the Usos in this, and I've not liked the Usos in a long time.
And the thing is, the Usos are actually maybe the heels as well.
Yeah, and they're getting cheered more. And some of the stuff Gable's coming out with kind of makes you go, so are they trying to make them the heels? I, funnily enough, think the Usos are going to win this. I think it's going to be 2-1. I think the Usos are going to win one by DQ, because of the aforementioned Gable and Benjamin pushing themselves heel ways. I think they're going to go too far and get DQ'd for one of it, and then go all out. They're then going to get a pin, and then I think the Usos are going to come back and get the final pin to win the 2-1. I can't imagine me and my wife are going to pay with that much attention in the match, but yeah, I mean, they're both great teams, but yeah, the storytelling for it hasn't been that enthralling in our opinion. Over to you, Hannon.
See, like yourself, I've been like watching SmackDown as much as I can. Usually fast forward the segments with Gable and Shelton against the Usos, but
yep.
But the fact that, like you're saying, Gable and Shelton seem to be edging more towards heel, I kind of feel that's going to pay a big impact in the match. So I do think that Gable and Shelton's going to lose a fall at some point due to DQ, due to them just probably attacking and trying to injure, you know what I mean, disable one of the Usos.
Smart.
So I do think it's going to be 2-1. I do think it's going to be 2-1, but I don't know, I actually feel it's going to edge towards Shelton and Gable just to try and drag this storyline a wee bit further. It could be a case that they win the Royal Rumble and lose them against SmackDown. Who knows?
Aye, very likely.
So I think it's going to be the order I'm not too sure about. I'm not sure if it's going to be a case of, you know, maybe Gable and that just barely scrape a win at the first fall. And in the second fall, the Usos start getting the better of them, so they kind of decide, you know, if we're going to lose this fall, we'll just go all heel. And then the last one is going to be a case of, because obviously the Usos have been potentially decimated, it might carry on a wee bit further, but I can't see it dragging out too long, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's not going to be one of the matches that they're going to allow to take over another spot. So, yeah, I think it's going to be 2-1 to Gable and Benjamin.
Cool.
Again, I'd prefer it to be the Usos, but it's just that gut feeling I've got in myself now.
The whole dragging it out does not sound very far-fetched at all. That sounds exactly like what the writing staff would do at the minute. So yeah,
I mean, it could. it could be a case. I know that previously, the Shelton and Gable temporary won the titles by the fact that they apparently pinned the Raw Uso.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that could play an effect in the first fall, and there's going to be the whole debacle of it, and there's going to be another
Yep.
rematch getting produced because of these decisions. Eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So straight off the bat, we have differing opinions. So regardless, after the first match, someone's going to be winning. Right, so the Raw tag team match, Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus Cesaro and Sheamus. What you got?
Well, I mean, this one's been more interesting in the fact that there's the kind of disgruntled chemistry between Seth and Jason, and the kind of idea that, you know, Jason's trying to be the all, look at me, dad, and Seth's like, no, I've been in the tag team business a wee bit longer than you have. Like with me, like in this scene, you should calm down, take care of your partner, kind of attitude. And I think the bar's going to capitalise on it. I think there's going to be some situation between Seth and Jason, miscommunication, and the bar's going to capitalise on it and win the titles to possibly set up a rematch towards the next event that they've got. Yeah, I mean it's probably one of the few times that I wouldn't mind either side winning, actually. You know what I mean? It's like I quite enjoy the bar with Cesaro and Sheamus, because in the ring they're two superstars that I've felt that always produce a good match, given they rarely have a stinker. You know what I mean? Because every time you watch Sheamus in a match, it generally looks like he's giving it his all. You know what I mean? And Cesaro, well, he always seems to. He's one of them superstars that you kind of want to watch.
Yeah. You know you're going to get standout from him. So pin, submission, DQ. What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a pin.
Cool.
Again, like I say, I think it's going to be one of those where they capitalise on the whole, you know, mixed chemistry kind of thing between the two, and you know, there's obviously going to be some sort of shenanigans in the match.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's going to stem from that being the major key point. You know what I mean?
I am exactly with you. I reckon it's going to be Rollins getting pinned after some sort of distraction from Jordan nonsense on the ring apron or outside, or Jordan gets taken out by Cesaro or Sheamus on the outside. And then Rollins thinks, oh, I need to protect him, and then he turns around into either a brogue kick or any of the other moves they do together. And I just can't see it being a Rollins Jordan win. I just can't see it. So Cesaro and Sheamus pick up the pin victory, and then I don't know how long until Ambrose is back. I think we've still got a couple of months, so we're still going to get more of this.
They're throwing tries at me, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're still got a wee while left of this, which I'm not really enjoying.
No John Cena, you know what I mean?
I'm just no. I mean, I enjoyed Jordan when he was with Chad Gable on NXT. As soon as they moved up, I just haven't felt them at all.
I kind of feel that Jason and Seth being paired together is just like a filler, like a story filler in a way to
ultimately, to
propel it to something else. Like,
oh, we can't give you the Intercontinental title, but the tag team title, that doesn't mean anything. Well, technically it does. If you look at SmackDown's tag team division, it's on fire. Any one of those teams I would happily see with a belt around their waist. So not going to change who's winning at this point after that match then. The next match on the list is the Universal Championship match between Brock, Braun and Kane. My heart is telling me one thing, but my brain is telling me another. I reckon this is going to be a hell of a match, like just brutality everywhere, but I reckon Brock is going to beat Kane. I can't see them having him beat Braun, because that just completely ruins all of it. But I really, 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 really want Braun to win. He is just so good, so good in so many ways. I mean, I didn't think I could like the guy anymore, and then they paired him with Alexa in this mixed tag match thing, and their chemistry is just ridiculous. Easily my two favourite wrestlers at the minute, and putting them together is just, yeah, is I just really want Braun to win, but I know Brock's not dropping the title.
I mean, for someone Braun's size, I mean, you kind of expect him to be kind of this kind of boring, just using, strikes to kind of bring their opponents down and then just get the cover kind of thing.
Should not be able to move the way that he bloody moves.
And he has been quite entertaining. I mean, it's as if the first time they've looked at him and been a big superstar, kind of gone, let's not hold him back. Let's let him, have some free rein to show people what you can do, the destruction you can cause and stuff like that.
I think after the Great Khali, I think they realised, look, the big man no longer really does it. They need to have something other than being a big man. And you can't really waste a former strongman competitor like that. You need to let him, just unleash him rather than, no, you have to do this, no, you have to do that. But
I literally have basically what you said. Back in Brock pinning Kane.
Yep.
I think there's probably going to be some sort of 2-on-1 point where they're going to team up on Strowman, thinking that obviously he's going to be the biggest hassle in the match.
Yep.
Because obviously the way that Braun's kind of manhandled two of them kind of thing.
Yep.
And then Kane's going to attempt to try and obviously get the upper hand on Brock, and Brock's just going to do what he's been doing and just, F5 out of nowhere.
Single F5 win. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing exciting there.
Because I mean, going back on it, I remember the point where Brock does a German suplex to Strowman and he just kind of rolls right back up.
Yeah.
And that's gone through my head of what could potentially happen again in the match.
I just really want Braun to just wreck everything, but if he wrecks everything, it makes me happy. He's going to wreck their plans or probable plans for Brock versus Roman.
Future events, yeah.
I really don't want it. But I'm getting ahead of myself there. Anyway, next one. This is where we're definitely going to disagree, I reckon. The WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE title. Who have you got winning and how?
Right. The outcome of this match, before I pick who, I generally thought it was going to be one of those matches where, the handicap team, whoever gets the pin wins the title kind of idea. And I thought when I first heard it being announced, because I was talking with someone previously about it, thinking that, Kevin's going to go for the pin and Sammy's like, no, wait a minute, and then, they'll probably start fighting with each other. But now that it's going to be a case of, if that team wins, they're going to be co-champions.
Yeah.
It changes a lot for the thinking.
Yep.
Based on what I think is going to happen in future events, I think it's going to be a case of AJ Styles retaining the title. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm not going to think that it's going to be a case of those two are going to get pushed back. I've just got a sneaky feeling he's going to keep a hold of the title, like snatching a victory. You know what I mean? Like not in a heel style, but just in a kind of, you know what I mean, kind of some sort of quick
snatching it from the jaws of defeat.
Because I mean, I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I think their story's heading elsewhere with other individuals, if you know what I mean. Obviously, people have been watching SmackDown, they'll understand where the other direction's going, kind of thing, to probably push a bigger story kind of idea.
At this point, if anyone's watching, we can spoil anything. If people are watching, they should be prepared for spoilers. In fact, I'm going to put that at the beginning now. Right. I am in the same boat, as in I think this is going to set up future things. However, I think it's Sami Zayn pinning Styles.
Because he's kind of got the upper hand with Styles the past couple of weeks.
Yep. I actually hadn't seen the confirmation of the co-champion thing. I mean, I was hoping that was the way they were going to go. I'm glad that's the way they're going to go, because that's a fantastic story, and I love that thought process.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Zayn pinning Styles, with Kevin Owens just applauding him there. One, it makes me happy from when Sami Zayn first came in, because I absolutely loved him in NXT, and then he came up and was just ruined. And
just getting squashed all the time.
Yeah, him and Owens together, whether it's against each other or together, they're just the best thing going. It's since they put them together, it's just been absolutely amazing. I marked the hell out when you saw Sammy pulling KO away from the elbow drop. That was I was giddy like a schoolgirl. So yeah, I'll get to my reasons for where I think things are going later. But
to touch up on your like your other thing when you felt like, you know, the Strowman Kane Brock thing, where you're like, well, my heart's going this way, but my gut's telling me this. I mean, my other, I mean, the reason why I've said to you previously before when we've talked about doing this segment kind of thing is that I feel that they're pushing Daniel Bryan to go heel, and I think that if AJ Styles is to lose, I think he's going to play an impact in it. Kind of set up that kind of he is a heel, you know what I mean, kind of idea to it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's the way it's going to go, it's going to have to do something, you know, dastardly that's going to shock fans. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I agree with yourself. Sami Zayn to win would be brilliant for him, to push him higher in the card, kind of feel, kind of idea.
Yeah.
You know, he's pinned AJ Styles once or twice, and if he pins him to win the title for be co-champions, and Kevin Owens like, again, brilliant. I mean, let's, you know, hug it out, raise the hands. I mean, it was all you, well done, blah blah blah, kind of thing. But I do feel that it's going to be, you know, if that's the way it's going to go, in my opinion, it's going to be Daniel Bryan doing something to kind of
going to be an interference.
Push this heel persona.
I can understand that. Right, so now we are on to the Rumbles. So our prediction criteria here, there's a hell of a lot of them. Just because there's a lot that you want to try and predict. So first off, we have these rules apply for both. We have who we think are going to be number 1 and number 2. Now we aren't putting this is who I think is going to be number 1 and this is who I think is going to be number 2. It's just these are the two that could be either, and we get a point if it's either. We also have who we think is going to be in the Rumble for the shortest amount of time, who we think is going to be in the Rumble for the longest amount of time, who's going to get the most eliminations, who's going to be coming at number 30, who we think is going to be our final 4, and then we've got 2 winner picks. We have a winner from the roster and who has been announced, and we have a winner who has not been announced and is not on the roster. And by not on the roster, I mean someone that isn't on Raw or SmackDown. So it could be someone from NXT, could be a completely new person in WWE, or it could be just a returning person from days gone by. Anything that they're not classed as a current roster member by the WWE.com. So let's get to it. The way we're going to work this is we're just going to go each section for the Rumble back and forth. We're not going to do, I give all of my Women's Rumble bits and then Hannon gives all of his, because that would just take too long. My number 1 and number 2 for the Women's Royal Rumble, I reckon it's going to be Becky and Asuka. I reckon they're going to have one from each brand. And I'm kind of hedging my bets. I don't think putting two from the same brand would be a smart move anyway. But I think Becky, because she's a hard worker and can go for ages, and Asuka, because I think they want to reinforce the whole she's a machine sort of idea. So, who have you got?
Becky Asuka. It's some reasons for yourself, because with Asuka, they're obviously pushing this whole unstoppable force thing, and
Yep.
Becky Lynch is just a workhorse. I mean,
Yep.
she's like in a way, like the Sheamus of the women's division in a way. I mean, she'll generally give it her all. You kind of feel in some of the matches she does now, eh? But I agree with you.
Nothing
I
to do
think
with her being Irish now.
both of them. Nothing to do with the hair either. No, I just like you say.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're both seem like they could go the distance of the match. I mean, one way or another.
They've also kind of
Yeah,
both been
definitely agree with that.
overlooked and kind of had, I think, bad writing when they've held the titles. Sheamus has always had terrible writing when he's had the title.
Yeah.
And Becky's just never, she's never felt like they've tried to elevate her when she's had the title. So yeah, no, I can totally understand that comparison.
Yeah.
The whole Becky and Asuka as well, them starting off, I reckon for the first 90 seconds that they claim it's going to be, obviously it'll vary because it always varies. I reckon for that time period you're going to get a solid back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah.
Which is always a good way to start, especially for the first one. You want two pretty good goers to start.
I was gonna say, you kind of feel with this being the first ever, they're wanting to, all guns blazing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it'd be pretty disappointing. And I hope to God it doesn't happen that they drop the ball in the match. You know what I mean? That they try and maybe, undersell it or rush it kind of thing. Because I mean, majority of the superstars in the women's division, they've produced some cracking matches. In fact, some matches I have kind of felt occasionally have been, that should be the main event. I mean, that should be this, that should be that. You know what I mean?
Oh, they've stole the show plenty of times.
Yeah.
But your shortest length of time in the women's rumble?
I had a couple of women superstars in my mind. But for some reason, Lana jumped out quickest.
Funnily enough, she was one that I was bouncing between and who I've picked.
I think possibly because of her, in-ring inexperience in a way. I think she's going to be one of the superstars who's going to come in and, someone else is going to go, right, and get what I mean?
See you later, bye-bye.
Because, I mean, I was going to say, you're always going to have one of those wormy superstars in a Rumble match, like days gone by, where they've kind of hugged onto the bottom rope, they've made sure that they've not done anything to get attention from other superstars, you know what I mean? When,
Road Dogg going fetal in the corner,
yeah, that kind of idea, I think that's going to be saved for probably someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some other women's superstar in that kind of situation, but it'll be interesting to see. What about yourself?
See, like I said, I had Lana bouncing around in my head, but I just think they've, because of the whole her being on Total Divas thing, I don't think they want to squash her again quite like they did in her second and third match that she had for the title when Naomi was champion around SummerSlam. Her first match, she actually was pretty good in her first match. I enjoyed it. But the second and third match, they squashed her. Hell, I don't think they're going to do that in the Rumble. She's not going to do a whole lot, but I don't think she's going to be the shortest. I think Dana Brooke's going to be the shortest time in there. Because she's just...
Interesting.
I think they're going to push this whole... No, you're now a manager. You're now with Apollo and...
Titus.
Titus, that's the one. You're now with them, right? No more. is it just you focus on this while you get better behind the scenes?
Because originally they were with Anderson and Gallows, were they now?
Well, she was doing a wee bit
Brief
with
spell,
them,
anyway.
yeah. Yeah, that's who I think is going to have the shortest of the women. My longest, going back to who they're trying to big up as invincible, would be Asuka. Yeah, just for all the reasons we've mentioned before, I just think they're going to be pushing her to the moon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also, speaking of the moon, I'm going to mention Ember Moon here because I reckon she's going to make an appearance. But yeah, I reckon Asuka's going to go the longest. What about you?
Yeah. Well, I think everybody watching will probably agree that probably Asuka is going to be one of the longest
Mm-hmm.
in it, and she's going to be the longest in the match kind of thing. But yeah, because I mean, they're trying to peg this whole powerhouse, invincible. You know what I mean? She can't be stopped. You know what I mean? So,
Longer streak than Goldberg
yeah.
ever had, so
yeah.
and a more legit streak than Goldberg ever had. So, right, who have you got for most of the limbs?
Most of the limbs, again, there's actually quite a few strong superstars in there that I feel could produce this, but I think Naya's going to be the one to produce the most of the limbs.
Yeah.
And then there'd be a case of, everyone ganging up on her because of this situation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Nia Jax, which is another superstar that I feel that, that's actually doing pretty well for being like a powerhouse type character, you know what I mean, in the ring.
Yep.
I mean, she's seen as like not being as nimble as others, like again speedy as others, but she's generally getting handled pretty well in the ring. You know what I mean? With her character.
As long as they stop her doing the leg drop, I'll keep backing her. I hate leg drop being a finisher for anyone.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I reckon it's going to be Nia because there's no one really stronger. Yeah, and again, I'm with you on the ganging up to get her out. I have her coming in, cleaning house when they need to trim the fat, as it were.
Yeah.
Just to clear the ring out, and then who is in there will then team up with the next couple of folk that come in to get her out.
Yeah.
Right, so my number 30, and this one could be a swing and a hefty miss, but I have had stuck in my head for the longest time that this was where a certain Miss Ronda Rousey was going to make her debut, and I reckon that's how they're going to debut her, is at number 30, because not that anyone will know any music, I wouldn't have thought. I don't know whether she's had the same music in UFC when she's walked out. I don't really follow UFC that much other than watching highlights. But I reckon as soon as they see her, the crowd will go absolutely mental. I also have in my head someone else that's going to be in the ring, and the crowd are going to go mental. This person's face is going to drop. But yeah, I reckon Ronda as number 30. Who you got?
It's an interesting one because she was one of the categories, but again, she was one of those divas because I heard a few folks saying that she's got scheduling conflicts that could hold her back or things like that. But I've kind of went with someone who, in a way, started this whole. I'm not saying started the whole revolution kind of thing, but she's been one of the kind of, apart from Stephanie McMahon, be one of the prolific women superstars to be, announcing things, to be there in the forefront kind of thing, is Lita. I can see her being pushed into the 30th spot, you know what I mean? Because, she could be there for just that one night only, or she could maybe get a few match run, get what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand that, especially with her being off of Raw 25.
Yeah.
The fact that she wasn't there, maybe to calm down expectation of her being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was toying with that when I seen a few of the divas show up. I'm saying divas, we're going past that, aren't we?
Yeah.
We see a few of the superstars at the top of the ramp
Yeah.
coming out, like your Trish Stratus, your Bella Twins, your Michelle McCool, and that.
Kelly
Just
Kelly
the
and
fact she
Tori
was one
Wilson.
of Michelle McCool was like my top three choice of who I thought was going to be number 30. Because between Lita, Michelle McCool, and Ronda Rousey.
I
But
do
again,
reckon Michelle McCool will be in the Rumble, and I do think she will.
yeah, I mean, she's one of my, you know, I think she's going to appear
Hmm.
choices. But yeah, I'm definitely, I think I stick with Lita for that one.
Cool. Right, so how are we gonna work the final four? Right, final four. The way we're gonna do that is you're gonna say your first name. I'm gonna say my first name, or you'll say your first name if it matches any of my first four or final four. We'll talk about it, and then we'll go into the next one, like that.
Yeah.
So, who is your first final four?
Well, I think we've both pretty much hinted towards it through some of the choices for certain aspects of these decisions. It's Asuka.
Yeah,
She's going to be right in there in the final four.
definitely. I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
Next one, again, I'm thinking Becky Lynch. Because I think they two are going to be, you know what I mean, slugging it out right to the end kind of idea. Again, I think they're going to try and go strong. I don't feel they'll go too heavy with Raw and too heavy with SmackDown kind of idea. You know, Raw does have more of the stronger characters on the roster.
I can understand.
And
Becky.
then I have
No,
Bayley.
wait. Right, we're going one.
Oh,
one,
sorry,
one.
sorry. Sorry.
So I've got Ronda, because I've got her coming in at number
Right.
30. I reckon she's going to still be there pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of mine. Because, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine there's going to be, when she comes in at number 30, she's going to toss a couple of people out. I reckon we're going to be pretty quickly down to the final four.
Yeah.
After her, I have Nikki Cross from NXT. I think they're going to have one person from NXT last a while, and Nikki Cross is absolutely mental, and being Scottish, you know, gotta love her. Yeah, I reckon she's going to be the one that they choose to just have go for a while in the Rumble. You were saying your next one?
Sorry.
Let's go.
Bailey. Because I think she's going to be one of those, you know, babyface characters that they'll obviously want to have there, and obviously being a strong character on Raw. I mean, they want to push forward. But yeah,
I had her on
I
my
think
on my list, but I swapped her out for Nikki Cross.
because I definitely feel the final four they'll try and aim to have it,
Kind of
you know,
balanced.
strong and unexpected at the same time.
Yeah.
Um,
And your final number of the final four?
Again, I'm not 100% sure if this person's actually going to be in the Rumble at all. I don't know why it just kept just jumping into my head. For the fact that this one could obviously appear earlier in the Rumble match and have a confrontation with another superstar that they've had confrontations before is Beth Phoenix. I know that she potentially could have retired from it, or I don't know what her situation is with the company and things like that.
She did retire, but that was a long time ago, and when it was still Divas, so a lot's changed. And I mean, a Rumble changes everything.
Yeah, it's just that I feel that she's going to come in a wee bit earlier in the match and have, you know, a face to face with Natalia. I mean, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, best friends," and Beth's like, "Not see you later."
Yeah.
That kind of feeling to it, and then, you know what I mean, it'll set up to a final four of having someone unexpected and having a legend in there that people's not really seen for ages, kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much my final four there.
In fact,
So
you had Asuka, Bailey, Beth,
Becky,
Becky,
Bailey.
yeah. I have my final one, and I think, again, this is a curveball. This could be curving right out of the stadium. I have Steph McMahon. Good old Stephanie.
See, I even had her in my, surprise picks kind of section. But she announced on Twitter that she's going to be an announcer. But then again, that doesn't rule out her
I
being in the
reckon
Rumble
she's
match
going to
itself.
do a Jerry the King Lawler. Her music's going to hit. She's going to stand up, take off the headset, get in the ring. I reckon
Yeah.
28, 29. She's going to go in, toss maybe one or two people out, and then when Ronda Rousey comes out, her face is going to drop.
I was going to say that would set up perfectly for your Ronda Rousey being number 30 kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. I reckon it's going to be Steph, Asuka, Ronda, and Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, you've got 3 people that might not even bloody be in there. Because I'm smart with picks. I would love to see that as the Final Four, though. That would be a really interesting Final Four.
Yeah.
Right, so my winner from the roster, I don't think it's any surprise here, but it's Asuka. Because, again, they've been pushing her to the moon, and it's another win. And what I would prefer to see her do is, if she wins, say, no, I'm switching to SmackDown now. Because I'd rather go and see her go and smack the smug look off of Charlotte's face. Alexa doesn't need Asuka fighting her. No. That can happen later. Alexa can be a face back when that happens, and she can start doing her actual flippy finisher rather than just the DDT. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be Asuka. And yourself?
Yeah. Same there. Just with the fact, obviously, they've been having Asuka and Alexa Bliss's face for the past couple of weeks, going and taking down Nia Jax, who's Alexa's little bodyguard kind of persona in the ring and that. I definitely feel that Asuka's going to be probably the out and out and probably try and keep this 100% record thing going.
Yeah.
A wee bit longer, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And who would you say is, if there's going to be a winner that's a non-roster member, who would you say it was?
Well, obviously it's going to be one of my final 4 picks. So it's Beth Phoenix. Again, it's going to be one of my top 4 picks to have her to be the one. Obviously, as I just touched on there, with Asuka basically, stalking Alexa Bliss for her title. I can see Beth winning it and having this kind of, big match at WrestleMania, probably for, I don't know, maybe Beth to kind of bring it over for Charlotte to be kind of, be elevated a bit further because she's beat someone like Beth Phoenix. But then again, I wouldn't mind seeing Beth Phoenix win it, but again, if she's going to be doing any participation in the wrestling for longer than just the one night, I can see her just being set up as being, kind of appearances, not every week, but probably every couple of weeks when it's able to suit her schedule kind of thing.
Baby.
Yeah.
And my non-roster winner is Ronda Rousey. I reckon that's what I've had down as my winner from day one. I reckon this is exactly what they're going to do with it. They're not going to reward someone who has helped get them to this point or puts the work in, week out. They're going to go, look who's with us. Look, we've got Ronda Rousey. Oh, we're going to chuck her straight into the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, I could understand that as far as the money goes, people are going to lap that right up. But, yeah, I mean, I'd rather it was someone unexpected out of the roster. I would much rather that.
Yeah.
Hell, I would rather Emma came back and won it, but that's not going to happen. God damn those hands and taking things they weren't supposed to. I miss Emma.
I think you get distracted now, buddy.
Yeah, just a bit. Right, and now on to the men's. So again, same categories. Right off the bat, I am going with Miz and Ty Dillinger as my 1 and 2.
Interesting.
I reckon the Miz being the Miz, I reckon he's going to be in early, and he's just going to keep everything ticking over the way it should. And Ty Dillinger, I don't think they're going to do the whole 10 thing again, because they did that last year. I reckon they need someone with a bit of spunk to start off with, and Miz is just going to keep smacking him down. But it'll be a good first, like I said, the first 90 seconds. And then Ty will go out fairly, like after a couple of people have come in, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my first 2 picks. Who you got?
But again, I went for the Miz. Similar reasons to yourself. He's a good character. I think he's probably in the current roster now. I feel like he's one of the bigger, on the mic performers, and even in the ring as well. He puts in a good shift in the ring as well. I think it's going to be him and Cena. They kind of
That would be a really good start. Yeah.
Spark up that old, they had that tag team match. I think it was back in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They kind of have that, kind of almost that sparking up again. I think they two could actually probably hold out pretty decent. I'm not saying Ty Dillinger can't, but I think they two could hold up pretty decent.
Oh yeah.
To thingy, and I think it would make fans think, oh, is Cena going to be number 1 or number 2 to all the way to the end and win it? I mean, is this what they're going to do? And then, to kind of, because I can imagine if Cena does get, and again, I'm not going to say if he does or doesn't get eliminated, because we don't know obviously at this point. But if Cena does get eliminated, I can imagine the whole crowd giving it a big cheer. You know what I mean? Because obviously he's one of these people that they don't want to see getting handed the Royal Rumble win. You know what I mean?
I can see him being the second biggest cheer behind Roman Reigns. I think those are going to be the 2 biggest cheers.
Yeah.
So who you got for shortest stay in the Royal Rumble?
See, I thought I had it sussed ages ago, but I started toying with the idea again. But again, I'm going to go back to my previous choice, Aiden English. I just feel that he's going to be, and I know, but I feel that again, I'm not confident with this pick. As I've said to you before, some of the picks I've made, I just don't feel 100% with them. There's some that I feel confident that it could really go that way, but yeah, Aiden English. I don't know why. Just
Spotlight, please.
he's got to have that big glamorous entrance, probably, like can come down with the mic in the hand kind of thing, the way he does. And
you're making it sound plausible now.
Well, I'm trying to, because I picked him.
I have Kurt Hawkins. I reckon they're gonna carry on.
Yeah.
Crapping all over him.
Yeah.
I reckon he's gonna run in and he's gonna get thrown right out the other end of the ring. At least he's getting on TV. That's the only positive he really has. Yeah, I reckon Kurt Hawkins is going to be the short stay. My longest stay. Now this is one that surprised me a lot. The fact that I'm even contemplating it. It's really been the last month-ish of Raw that's made me think this is a possibility, and just how hot they are on him at the minute, and that's Elias. The fact that he's left Cena lying on the middle of the mat, as often as he has.
Yeah.
I can't remember anyone else getting that many up on Cena. Yeah. And damn, he getting big. I mean, he was big to start with, but he is beefing something fierce. And he's entertaining. He wasn't originally. I mean, he bored me to death in NXT. And then they just started giving him airtime on Raw, and he's turned into something actually entertaining. So yeah, Elias is my pick.
He's like, well, you kind of, you love to hate, if you know what I mean. Like I'm not meaning like hate in a bad way, but you know what I mean? Like, obviously he's maybe the heel. I mean, you love to hate him because he's that kind of persona. But yeah, no, I can see where you're going with that. About Elias. It's made me rethink my pick now, because it involves the person you were just talking about. I kind of think John Cena's going to be a long run. I don't feel as confident as if, again, I'm not saying if he is going to win it or he's going to get eliminated, but I feel he's going to go a long distance, but I'm not confident he's going to be right there at the end, if you know what I mean.
Again, he's a captain that you kind of want in the Rumble to kind of keep everything ticking over. Exactly the way that I described The Miz. And speaking of The Miz, I was going to pick The Miz as my longest, but I've swithered to Elias. I still think The Miz is going to go a long time, but I know I can totally see where you're coming from with Cena. Most elims.
What's the limits, right? So I was thinking, you know, you could potentially have like see a big show in the match, like some big characters like that, like Rusev. He was one of the other ones I was thinking could potentially be a big limb player. But I think to push his character for, you know, what we talked about earlier, the Brock Reigns, I think Reigns is going to be eliminating quite a few folk. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be, you know what I mean, to kind of, for him to kind of go about going, again, I'm the big dog, I'm the macho, I'm the top gunner because I eliminated more than 40, 50, 60 people. I mean, I'm going way over the mountain stair, but you know that kind of, you know, that kind of like beefing him up kind of thing for obviously to go toe to toe with Brock Lesnar, who is probably the most amazing person to boost him up in Paul Heyman. Get I mean? He could he could sell a mouldy bit of cheese. Get what I mean?
Oh yeah.
that kind of thing. But I think I personally feel that's the route they're going to go. You know what I mean? Like they're going to have him eliminating quite a few, like probably like your Nia Jax. You know what I mean? The ring gets a bit crowded. You know what I mean? And Reigns starts clearing down a wee bit. You know what I mean? But again, probably another choice that I'm going to be way off with.
No, I mean the first year he was in the Rumble, I absolutely loved the fact that he was cleaning house and the fact that he broke Kane's record. Because I enjoyed Reigns back then. Reigns was just the muscle of the Shield. They weren't trying to pick him up as this dude who just all the things they've tried to force on us. When he was just that guy, I was totally behind him. Now, I really hope they don't go that route. I can totally understand the thought process though, I get it, and it's not far-fetched at all. It's exactly the sort of thing they would do, but I really hope they don't.
Not the same here, but
my pick is Baron Corbin. Again, I reckon he's going to come in and just clean house for a bit. But in typical Baron fashion, I reckon he's going to get distracted by something and eliminated by someone he shouldn't be getting eliminated by. I reckon they'll be going, there you go, you won that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yeah, so you're pretty good at this. You can chuck people out, but then you're just going to get humbled. Nothing special, just he's going to wreck for about 5 minutes and then get eliminated. Right, now we get on to My number 30 picks, by the way, are either going to be fantastic or way off the mark. And this goes back to the SmackDown title match. With me saying that AJ lost the title, so you would have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as the co-champions. Because of how much Shane O'Mac has been absolutely hating that, I can see him entering himself in the Rumble at number 30 as a way to say, right, well, I'm going to go to WrestleMania and I'm going to take those belts off of you. I can totally see that happening.
Oh, definitely. I can see that being a good scenario. Well, it's a good. I feel it's good, but a good
I would
scenario
enjoy it
to make it plausible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd very much enjoy that if he had that thought process. I don't want him to win it, but I would love it if he put himself in it and then got completely made to look fool.
Yeah.
Who you got?
You see, this one's been stuck in my head to be an entrant, and I kind of hope I'm proven wrong, because I kind of, if this person's going to be returning, I want it to be in another kind of scenario. But I can see number 30 being Dolph Ziggler.
Funnily, I thought the same. He was close to being my 30.
I'd like to see Bobby Roode to be in the ring, and Dolph Ziggler maybe to walk down with a United States title in his hand. And, you know, again, I'm not saying Dolph's going to win or lose, but to throw Roode off as he's coming into the ring, and Roode just getting thrown out, kind of that kind of idea.
Yeah.
But it's just something that's just been eaten away, and again, I kind of hope I'm proven wrong, because the other thing I've got in my head is that, you know, he appears maybe at a next event or something, like an upcoming event where Roode's defending his title, and Ziggler comes out afterwards, kind of set up the whole, you know, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, kind of, you know, real title versus fake title, who's going to win the both kind of thing, that kind of idea. But yeah, I think I want to definitely stick with Dolph Ziggler.
No, that.
There's most of my other possibles, I've got other scenarios playing it in my head, possibly earlier in the match.
No, I'm totally on board with that one. If I was going with a roster pick, it would probably be Ziggler. Because he's still on the roster. It's not like he's gone. So
yeah. There's been no official package saying he's retired. He's thinking this. He's just kind of vacated the title, really.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Right. So again, with the final four, we will go. You say a name. If I have them,
right.
if I have them on my list, we'll talk about them. If I don't, I'll say my next one, and so on and so forth. So, who is your first final four?
My first final four is going to be Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura.
I do not have him.
I don't know why, but he's just, again, like Dolph Ziggler being number 30, he's just in there in my head. I just feel he's going to be the kind of, since we've done the Women's Rumble of, you know, roster versus non-roster, I feel he's going to be the roster underdog / unexpected win. Kind of potential, you know, potential there, But yeah, I'm going to say Shinsuke Nakamura is my first choice.
I mean, I can totally understand it, because he is always there or thereabouts, even though they haven't really used him right. I mean, there's plenty of people that only watch the main, like Raw and SmackDown, that still don't understand why so many people are amazed by Nakamura. It's because they've just not booked him right. So this could be the time to shine. But my first pick for the final four is Roman Reigns. I reckon he's going to be probably going to come in early to mid 20s, and there's going to be that growing uneasiness in the crowd of please no, please no, don't you dare, you force this on us and we'll riot, please don't. Yeah, so I reckon Roman's going to be there in the final four. My next one, again, complete curveball. Pete Dunne, the current UK champion. Again, I reckon they're just going to have... I'm not sure if you would even class him as the NXT roster, but...
He's UK branches, you know, the UK kind of championship.
Yeah, I mean...
the WWE brand.
I know he's the champion of that, but I don't know where he falls in the actual roster, but I reckon he's definitely going to be in the Rumble. And I reckon they are quite hot on him. And I mean, every match he's had on televised events has been absolutely fantastic. So I reckon, yeah, Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, will be in the final four. Who have you got next?
Drew McIntyre. Because similar to your Pete Dunne kind of idea, I feel that he's going to be, you know, he was gone for a while. He wasn't booked right when he was earlier in there. And again, I think he's going to be in it for the simple reunited 3MB kind of in a sense. To kind of have the three in the ring. I think that would make just blow the roof off anything else in that event.
It would pop something fierce.
But yeah, I think Drew's going to be right there at the end, kind of showing that, you know, he was a wasted potential when he was first in the WWE. The newbie can look at me, you know what I mean? That kind of, I'm proving
I now can be the chosen one.
Yeah.
I totally understand that one. And your next one?
See, I've written two names down because I've not decided which one. Because let's just put it this way, my fourth was Roman Reigns as well. And I'm just going to jump straight in and go for this one. I'm going to go for Balor. Because I feel that again they're going to tease the possibility of him winning it to get his rematch, get his chance to get back his Universal title since technically he never lost it.
Yep.
I mean that's me pretty much done my four of Balor, Nakamura, Reigns, and Drew.
I can totally understand the Balor thought because I had him down at one point as well. But then the rest of my pieces fell in place, like my SmackDown thought for how the title match is going to go and then how that's going to make Shane go. So Shane is one of my final four, Shane McMahon. I reckon he's going to be there, and then he is going to have that snatched away from him. I'm not sure whether it's going to be Elias, because I reckon that would make... in fact, there's my other final four, by the way, is Elias. I reckon he's going to be in that long. I reckon Elias is going to put Roman out, so everyone's going to go mental and pop like crazy for him and cheer him. And then he's going to put Shane out, and they're going to go the complete opposite way, and they're going to be all against him, just to make sure that he keeps that heel hate. And I don't know whether that would mean, I'm not sure where Pete Dunne falls into that, whether Pete Dunne's already been put out or not, but so the person I have for winning from the main roster out of those final four I went with, and I went with Elias. I honestly think the way that they've put him with Cena recently shows they are really hot on him. Really hot on him. I can totally see this happening. If obviously it only happens if, unless he challenges for a SmackDown title, but I don't think he would. It only happens if Brock drops the title, so that the whole Brock and Reigns thing can still happen. But no, I reckon Elias. And I wouldn't actually hate it, because one, it's a surprise. Two, it's someone that has massively improved in the last year. And three, well, Braun's not there, so I can't root for Braun. So Who you got?
I mean, a game
Hannon?
we don't know that we don't really fully know what the final placements of the card. Like again, we're discussing this based on obviously the layout on
Yeah.
the WWE website. Because I mean, for all we know that Brock, Kane, and Strowman could be saved for after the Royal Rumble match itself, because obviously there could be a lot of destruction.
Oh no, they'd never do that. Nah, they'd never have the Rumble match after. Before, sorry. Or no.
No, they used to do it. 'Cause mine's,
Aye, and people
96?
hated it. People hated it.
No, but I'm not saying that is going to happen. I'm just saying, the fact you've got Strowman and Brock,
Yeah.
there could be a lot of destruction at the ringside in that area. Could be a lot of cleanup that they probably don't want to do in between matches. But my winner,
Mhm.
kind of keep with your unexpected theme, is Nakamura,
Mhm.
and it would kind of go with my idea of AJ Styles winning at the Rumble or keeping the title at the Rumble. To have them two set up to be the main, one of the main events at WrestleMania. I feel that could be a good fit, and again, it would free up Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon kind of storyline to still blossom, to still kind of go forward.
No, I totally understand that one, yeah. And who
then
is
again,
your...
both of our outcomes.
Yeah.
My non-roster.
Mhm.
My non-roster is going to be, again, one of my final four, Drew McIntyre. I feel that, again, he's if they would go down this road, that, what I mean, with him being not on NXT, I would kind of, create that whole, what brand is he going for? Is he going to go for Raw? Is he going to go for SmackDown? You know what I mean? What titles is he going to go for, kind of thing? And
yeah,
again,
definitely.
I would really push him to be, as you said, I am the potential one, I was meant to be great, and I am going to show it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going with one of my final four. Because it would either have to be Shane or Pete Dunne, and I don't think either of them are winning it.
Technically, Shane would be classed as a roster pick.
I suppose, yeah, it would. So, yeah, it's only Pete Dunne that would technically be a non main roster member. And I think if a non-roster male was to win, it would be, providing he is actually fit and returned, it would be the same as yourself, Drew McIntyre. Now again, that's a lot of heart wanting that to happen. I've always been a massive Drew fan. He'll be the first. He has been the first to admit that he didn't make the most of his first opportunity in the WWE. And since he's been away, he has lit a rocket under wrestling over here, or been part of the rocket being lit. And since he went back, he has. I mean, there's people in NXT I didn't know about. I had never seen wrestle. There's people I have seen wrestle that he brought them up multiple levels in the matches they've had. He is that damn good. I don't think he needs to be on NXT anymore. He was there in interim whilst they needed to rebuild. I think they have rebuilt the men's roster now. Andrade Cien Almas has came to the fore, which is fantastic for NXT. So I would much rather have Drew up on the main roster, and I would much rather see him in the main event picture, which is where he should be, because one, he is a man mountain, and two, he has all the credentials now. So yeah.
And I mean, if Drew was to win it, I would personally see him going probably more so for the SmackDown title.
Yeah.
Because I still kind of see past the idea, and probably you might be the same as well, as the whole Roman versus Brock at WrestleMania, kind of idea.
It's
so
also
unless,
the fact that if Brock's going to stay after his contract runs out, they're not going to have him drop the title. So he's going to kind of be wasted, and he's not going to. You're not going to have him go after the Miz, because the Miz is fantastic with the Intercontinental title. Although I would very happily see the Miz win the Rumble. He would be my probably my favourite pick to on it.
I think even that, it would make his heel persona just elevate, kind of thing,
Yeah.
because obviously, you know, the cockiness of him and
I mean,
that kind of
everything
thing just gets put straight forward.
Everything The Miz has done in the last year and a half has been fantastic. I mean, he was the best thing going on SmackDown. And then he moved over to Raw, and you're like, oh, what are they doing? And then he was that made himself the best thing, or almost evenly best thing going on Raw, because Strowman has been fantastic as well. And when he was going to do the Marine 6, you felt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I fast forwarded a lot more to Raw than I did normally when he was gone. So, yeah.
I definitely agree with you there. Miz really does do some great segments in that. The fact that I mean, obviously we know that everything's pre-scripted, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But the fact that for his character to use, obviously, the entourage to kind of create, you know, the Shield, going against the Shield, if you know what I mean, that kind of idea, and that was just brilliant. I mean, especially for his character and the way he's carried himself and even elevated. Because I mean, I personally think Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas seem a lot better with him than they have been in any other character situation.
Well, again, Bo, they didn't know what to do with him, and Bo's always been good. It's just they've never knew what to do with him. And Curtis Axel's always been misused. I mean, they gave him Heyman, and then it fell apart. And it's like, that totally wasn't Heyman's issue. It wasn't Axel's issue. That was everything else's
just
issue.
How he was getting put forward.
But no, I mean, The Miz would be a very happy pick, but obviously that's not part of the predictions at all. But Drew going after the SmackDown title, I think, would be for the best. That would be fantastic. If obviously he won, I would very happily see Drew win, but like I said, it depends on whether he's actually back from injury or not.
Because I mean, a few other entrants that I think is going to play a big part in certain people getting eliminated is like how I mentioned, like Cena's going to be the longest. I mean, it could be seen as being obvious, or it could be seen as a complete shock, but I kind of see the Undertaker appearing in the Rumble, eliminating Cena in some sort of fashion that kind of sticks with Cena.
Sets up.
You know what I mean? As if it's set up to be like, you know, Undertaker just makes a beeline for Cena and eliminates him, and Cena thinks, I mean, what the fuck?
Could even be that Undertaker's knowing the Rumble, just comes in, the bells toll, lights go out, lights come back up, Undertaker's in the ring behind Cena, chucks him out, lights go back out, bells toll, he disappears.
Definitely something. I mean, I agree with you as well with the fact that Shane being an entrant in the Royal Rumble. I just didn't feel he was going to be number 30. Because I kind of feel as well that Kurt Angle's going to be in the Rumble, and it's going to be, and at the same time as well, I think even Triple H, they kind of set up a Triple H versus Kurt Angle kind of angle going to WrestleMania. You know what I mean? That kind of, I mean, I'm not saying that's definitely, you know, the strongest way they're going to do it or anything like that. It's just a possible scenario, eh? Like, I mean, like, they two are just going to start slogging around the ring. Because, I mean, in their prime, they produced some good matches, Triple H and Kurt Angle. In fact, Kurt Angle himself, like, was in a lot of good matches. And I can see them potentially doing, you know, one more match between the two of them, kind of thing. And WrestleMania would be certainly a big event for it, you know what I mean? And I kind of agree with the whole Steph and Ronda Rousey confrontation, but I wasn't sure if the Royal Rumble would be that kind of place. I kind of feel that maybe even Ronda comes in, you know, Steph and Triple H gang up and Kurt Angle in the lead up, and maybe Ronda comes in as a surprise thingy to kind of shock Stephanie, and then there's that kind of animosity between the two of them to kind of create a match with it. But I like your angle better, to be honest. I mean, that would produce a big pop, I think. An idea.
We will see. We are recording this on Thursday, so we will see it in all of 3 days.
One thing for sure, though. Sorry to interrupt you, but I hope they don't do the Kofi Kingston superhuman handstand thing.
They're gonna do it.
Using...
Of course they're gonna do it. I just hope he gets interrupted while he's doing it. I hope someone's...
The first time was fine.
Yeah, oh no,
but after
first
that
couple
it
of
was
times...
just...
No, the first couple of times were alright, but... I mean, the last couple of years it's just been like... Okay...
yeah.
But no, I'd love to see him trying to do something like pogoing with a chair again, and just for someone that's been eliminated to just go over and punch him so he falls down. That'd just be, there you go, instant heat for that guy because people still love it, and two, that's us. We've stopped it from being a thing.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, I'd like that to happen if it's going to happen at all. But yeah, so this is going to take a bit of trimming down, but that is us. Our first predictions video for the Rumble. What we'll have right now is just a quick text summary of exactly who's voted for what, or predicted what. What I'll also do is in the comments section I will put a template of how you guys can join in, because like I've said a few times, it'd be fantastic if you guys want to join in the comments. I don't even know how many people are going to watch this, but hey, we'll see, and it's just something new to try because we like rambling about wrestling, as the last hour and 10 minutes has proved. But yeah, if you have got to this point, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our ramblings. If you've got anything you want to let us know about what we've been saying, or if you want to let us know what your thoughts are, put it in the comments below as well. If you've got anything you want to say to either of us, again, put it in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, give it the thumbs up button, lets us know that you want to see more of it. And if you definitely want to see more, click that subscribe button as well. Do daily Let's Plays, but we'll, like I said, be doing these every time there's a pay-per-view in the WWE. So I've been Bairdos, he's been Hannon. Thanks for watching, take it easy, adios.
See ya.